If you find yourself with a camera in your hand and want to learn how to use it, please subscribe to this channel, like the videos, comment below. Hey Futas family, today we are continuing our storytelling discussion by going through the hero's journey. This is something which I knew vaguely about and I didn't really study much into. I was so focused on other things. I was learning so much about other things. I've just recently started getting more into the depth of it. I knew the pictures and I knew generally the reason, the story, the perspective of the hero's journey. But here's a little bit why it's recently stuck out to me that there's so much more about this that I need to learn, and so much more as I've been reading into it, learning about it, and digging into the parts, the pieces, the methodology, the reason behind it all. Maybe you could even say the psychology of it. That I realized we need to talk about it as a part of storytelling. So today we're going to be going over the parts and pieces of storytelling, but digging a little bit more in depth into storytelling by talking about the call to adventure of the hero. So, in some of the specific shots that, whether it's product or model centric advertising, if it's very much involved in portraiture as well, the I mean, consider a resume portfolio. You put your best image or the image that tells the most about you as an individual on your resume, so that the company or the hiring manager that looks at your resume and your photo gets a very clear view of who you are as a person out of your picture. And they scan your resume for perhaps 3 to 5 seconds. The maximum I remember hearing on studying about how much time hiring managers spend on a resume is about 7 seconds. It's impressive how short a time they really spend on it, and how much information needs to be so easily read, discerned, and picked up from the resume. So the hero's journey really is the resume of whatever amount of time you're spending in this hero's life. So whatever we want to have discerned or picked up about our resume, we put so highly prominent and visible and easily read on our resume. It's the same characteristics, same things about us as a person that we want shown in our portrait. It's the very same things that we as portrait photographers want to showcase of the person that we are developing. Okay, pun, unintentional. The portrait for. We want to craft that portrait for the individual in such a way so it captures the essence of the person and their most attractive qualities. So the call to action in a hero's life gives you basically all of that about their character. It gives you the challenge that's been given to them. It showcases so much of all that is known about that character. And it tells you that there is so much more to be experienced, to be known, to be experienced. I already said that, didn't I? But so much that they don't know, so much that we don't know because we're seeing it from their perspective. Some of the things that the picture I'm working from, both in my head, and it gave me a framework to look at, something to piece together what it really means and looks like, is seen in, if you go to the your search engine and look for hero's journey or storytelling hero, that kind of stuff will generally, but there's a page that is fairly well crafted on Wikipedia about storytelling and the hero's journey that it specifically goes over the details I'm using as a little bit of a framework to speak from. I'm not going to be going in depth or reading from Wikipedia at all. It specifically is just strictly from the writing perspective, and I'm taking this into a photography perspective. So it's a little bit different, but it really has nothing to do. It changes the meaning of what is spoken about. But the things that are known about a hero are the hero's backstory, the character of the being shown, their call to action or adventure, whatever aid they receive, natural or supernatural, and then the guardians of that hero that aid or help them in whatever way. The last thing that is known about them, or let's say is presumed about them, it wouldn't be a hero's journey, right, if they didn't have some sort of return. So from our perspective and from everybody that has a hero story, even our own lives, we anticipate being able to return. It's not the arrogance in ourselves, but we presume the ability to come out of whatever we experience whole and better and stronger, right? That's really and truly the essence of a hero's story. We were faced with a challenge, we were called to action, we were told what it was, we avoided it, then we meet the helpers that help us through this, give us information, help us learn along the way. We go through the challenge, we meet that challenge, even perhaps far exceeding the challenge, and then we come back victorious. That's the hero story. I mean, so yeah, part of the known item is our return, or the hero's return, if we're not gonna personalize it at this point. But there's a whole lot of unknown things involved about that as well. So take that as a challenge, I guess. In some ways, we'll craft this into our next challenge video, and we'll go in depth into that. But look at yourself as the hero. You had a challenge of getting into photography. It's something that was exciting to start, but really and truly, the beauty of it is that you are excited about it, and it's something that you know you can tackle, and something you know you can do. It's something you know you can improve and be great at, to excel at. So as we go through this, be thinking about how you've experienced those challenges, how you've exceeded the challenge, how you've surpassed those things, and you now are stronger and you've learned from it. You're building on top of those experiences. And we will come back tomorrow with more information and more details about this hero's journey. Thank you for joining me with this journey about learning about photography and how we craft story within our images. I look forward to seeing you back and working through these details together. Thank you so much for joining. We look forward to your comments down below about your hero's journey, or what you are learning, or what you have learned, and that thumbs up so that other people can join this journey with us. If you're not yet a subscriber, we would love to have you as a subscriber and joining our Photos family. Thank you so much. God bless.